Hey softball players, Dan Blewett here. Let's talk about effective or perceived velocity and how you can choose your locations laterally on the plate based on a hitter's bat speed. So pretty much the important thing to understand is that to get your barrel of the ball or your barrel of the bat to the ball and make solid, good contact, your barrel has to meet the pitch, obviously where it's pitched. So that looks different depending on the lateral location. So by lateral, I mean east and west. Okay, so if I'm going to hit this pitch in the middle, I have to make contact slightly out in front of the plate, just like this. So if I meet the ball, I have good timing, and the pitch is in the middle of the plate, I'm going to get my barrel, right, like the E here on the Xeno, I'm going to get my barrel to the ball just like that. However, if that pitch is on the inside part of the plate, right here, and I get my barrel to that same spot in the same amount of time, where's that ball going to hit my bat? It's going to hit me way down here, and I'm going to hit a little dribbler, right? If this was a wood bat, it would break. This was baseball. So, and the opposite's true over here. If this pitch, if I swing to that same spot right out in front on an outside pitch, I'm going to hit this off the end cap, and I'm also going to hit that very, very weakly. So, understanding how hitters work is important to understanding where you want to locate a given pitch. So, as a hitter, the pitches that are inside seem faster because I have to get my barrel farther out in front of the plate to make solid contact in the same amount of time. So if you're a pitcher and you're throwing 55, the hitter's got to be here if you throw 55 down the middle. However, if you throw 55 on the inside part of the plate, the hitter's got to be farther out in that same amount of time, and it essentially makes your fastball seem faster because they've got to get their barrel farther out in the same amount of time. When you go away, the opposite is true. They have to wait longer, and their barrel has to be deeper on the plate to make solid contact and barrel the ball up and hit it the opposite way. If they swing too early out here, they're going to hit off the end cap. So understanding this is key because here's how you use this to your advantage. If you throw a fastball down the middle and the hitter swings and fouls it off late, so you throw it down the middle and they make contact here, right? And they spray that pitch away. What pitch are they not going to have any chance of getting their barrel to? Inside, right? If they can't get to the ball here, how are they going to get their barrel all the way out there in the same amount of time? The only way they can do it is by starting early and cheating, and that's really not a good thing for them to do. So when most hitters are keeping their timing constant, now they're going to get super jammed if you throw that ball in here, if they're getting jammed a little bit on that one, okay? And then the opposites, so say you're pounding a hitter in and you're throwing pretty hard and they're just going boom and smoking them foul. And they're not cheating, they're just like smoking them foul. That's telling you that their barrel, they're really quick to open their hips up and try to pull the ball. So what are they going to have a tough time getting their barrel to? They're going to have a tough time staying back and hitting pitches away if they're quickly yanking their hips open and trying to pull. Now the best hitters have really fast bats, so when you throw inside they can just go boom and drop their hands to it, but they also can wait and boom, drop their barrel to the outside pitch. But most hitters, especially, I'm assuming I'm talking to mostly amateur pitchers and coaches and parents, most hitters can't do that stuff. So when you see a girl's bat drags through the zone, hard stuff inside, whether it's a fastball, rise ball, whatever, hard stuff inside is going to be even harder for her to hit. If you see them pulling their hips out and ambushing and trying to yank stuff soft away is going to be tough for them to hit. But again, you just want to read bat speed and understand where their barrel has to be to hit a given pitch hard. If it's inside, they've got to be farther out. If it's middle, they're going to be a little bit out in front of the plate. And if it's away, for them to make good contact, they're going to have to hit the ball deeper on the plate. All right? So just a quick tutorial in effective or perceived velocity.